there's another wacky feature I want to talk to you guys about that doesn't apply to most designers, but in user interface design, often there are shapes that are scalable depending on what the user is doing. Think like scroll bars and buttons and things like that. A button is actually a great example because imagine your app being translated into different languages. A button may have to be wider or less wide or taller or less tall depending on the language that the person speaks, and the software is going to have to take care of that. You're not going to design a different button for every language. It has to be somewhat responsive to the content. So if you do have something that you've created that needs to be responsive to the content, you can use 9slice. Typically, the developer uses 9slice to make that possible. So let's take a look at how it works in Sketch. I've provided you all with a Safari window for 9slice.png file, and you'll want to drag that into Sketch. And you'll see that it is a small, meaty little version of Safari with a fat toolbar, and it's not a very big window. The sides, each side in the middle, if you look where the handles are, doesn't really have anything except for a continued pattern of some sort. So in this case, at the bottom, we've got a line with a drop shadow below it. If we were to grab this area and stretch it out, it wouldn't really be a problem. If we were to grab the corresponding area at the top of the toolbar and stretch it horizontally, that also wouldn't be a problem. There's nothing in there except for repeating horizontal pixels. Same goes for the right side and the left side. So that's what 9slice is all about. When you have sides to things that have repeating pixels, those pixels can be repeated and repeated and repeated to make something larger or smaller, typically larger though. So with this selected, head up to Layer, followed by Image, and choose Convert to 9slice Image. Now with Convert to 9slice Image selected, it's going to take it upon itself to figure out where the breakpoints are. And it's not really going to figure it out, it's just going to drop in these breakpoints. And you just want to make sure that in between the breakpoints, there is no content that doesn't repeat. So from here to here, it's all repeating pixels. From here to here, it's all repeating pixels. There are no unique design elements that are going to be stretched out. So when I'm done, I hit return and the 9slice has been applied. So what happens now is when I click and drag to scale it, look at that. It's expanding those repeatable pixels, and it's not enlarging the whole thing. The toolbar's not getting bigger. It's making the window bigger as if it's a responsive document. So it's a pretty cool thing. It's a pretty cool phenomenon. It's used by developers. You may not find yourself using it too much in Sketch because it only applies to bitmap images and not the shapes that we design. But it's still pretty neat once you understand what it is and what it's for. So if you hear a developer, or anyone else for that matter, talking about 9slice, now you know what it is.